Hello everybody, Tommy here, and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy II. In the last video, we visited Deist. We blew up the freaking Dreadnought. We visited Deist. We got to see the last of the Dragoons. We got to watch the last Wyvern die. But we did get an egg, and we dipped it in something called the Recovery Spring. The Life Spring? I can't remember what I think it was called the Recovery Spring. Anyway, that's what we did in the last episode. And now we're kind of like stuck. Like we kind of went there to recruit a Wyvern so it can help us fight against the Emperor and Empire and that kind of stuff. And that kind of fell through. The plan kind of fell through. There are no more Wyverns. There's just an egg. So now we're here back in Altair to let Gordon know what's happened. Let's talk to some of these people here and see if we can learn anything. What's happened to the princess? All she does is laugh when I talk to her. Yeah, me too. The princess has shut herself away in her bedroom. She won't see anyone. The princess is acting real funny. Talk to her and see for yourself. I can't help but worry, wondering when the Empire will strike back. Strike next. It's gotten so bad I can't even sleep at night. Prince Gordon has become a stalwart leader. I suppose the time he spent with you is to thank for that. Yeah, we really whipped him into shape, didn't we? Layla, is it? The rebel army welcomes you. What are you talking about, welcomes you? She's a filthy, dirty pirate. She's trying to rob us. I caught the princess eating a rat. Honest. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. The wyvern died, hasn't it? Yeah, it sure has. The princess's behavior has been very strange lately. Perhaps she's trying to cope with the king's death, but still. See, and that's kind of what we all pieced together, too, that maybe she just isn't doing very good, but nobody typically just goes into fits of laughter when their parents die, right? The Dragoons vanquished? I can't believe it. No, the rebel army knew that was happening. They just didn't act on it or do anything about it. Remember, they said, oh, well, we thought it was just a skirmish. We didn't know that they were actually practicing genocide. Fulfilled your duties, did you? Good to see you back in one piece. Hey, this guy's starting to be a little bit more respectful to us. Remember, he was kind of rude to us throughout the whole game. The princess's behavior has been quite unusual. What could have happened to make her act so? I don't know. Let's talk to Gordon and see if he has any real information for us. Hilda's been acting very strange lately. I try to speak to her, and all she does is laugh. Could the king's death have disturbed her so deeply? I just don't know what I can do to help her. Would you try speaking to her for me? So we can't even ask Gordon any questions or anything like that. They just want us to go talk to the princess right away. Well, let's go ahead and do that. She's down here in this room, and she actually blocks the doorway to this room. We can't even come in. Let's talk to her. Firion, there's something I would like to discuss with you. We'll be waiting outside. Oh, she wants to discuss this alone. Okay. Come to me, Firion. Your Highness, why are you just standing there? I don't enjoy being teased. He actually does go to her a little bit, too. Weird. Now you're mine, Firion. What have you done with the princess? Not so fast, ye scurvy snake. The thing has cool screeching sound effects. So this is not just a Lamia. This is the Lamia Queen. How did this happen? When did this happen? When did this switch take place and take over? And was Firion really about to jump in bed with her? Like, without even questioning it? It kind of seemed like he was going to, right? He didn't really stop himself until she was like, "I got you now." All right. Anyway, let's beat the brakes off of this thing and see what happens next after that. So, Lamia Queen, she shouldn't be very tough, right? Especially when we're busting fat crits. Did she even do an action against me? I like Firion's sword animation, like it's kind of like a sickle for... I can't remember what the name of that sword is, but... Anyway, I don't even think she did a single action against me. She just kind of sat there and died. I don't think she expected everybody else to just kind of have our backs, have Firion's back rather, and just come in and help him. Gold hairpins, sweet. We remember those from Final Fantasy 1. They're very good. Layla, just how much of that did you see? See, he's like embarrassed. He's like shocked. You should be ashamed of yourself, Firion. Enough to know you shouldn't be letting your guard down around fetching young ladies, I'd say. Now, Lamias are supposed to have some sort of a charming ability anyway, right? So it's more kind of difficult to control yourself when they're doing their thing. So can we really blame Firion? Maybe not fully, right? He should have tried a little bit harder to resist that. Where's real princess? That's a good question. Where's the real princess, and when did this horrible switch actually take place? I think it was definitely when we saved her from the Dreadnought, right? I have terrible news. We've just heard a tournament is being held in Palmacia, and Princess Hilda is the prize. I'm coming with you. I want to help you rescue Hilda. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know just how you feel, Captain. Me and me boys will manage your army. I run a tight ship. No need to fret over us. Oh yes, this pirate will just take control over the Finn army, I guess. The rebel army, rather. I guess we'll just call it that. Okay. Weird. So she's gonna leave. We're gonna get Gordon back on our team. I believe he took my good weapon, which makes me sad. What are his stats? I forget what all he's good at anyway. Oh, he's good at almost anything and everything, especially spears and shields, though. So let's keep a spear on him. I don't really want to give him my good spear, but none of my other characters are going to use one, so it's fine. Oh, you already have a gold hairpin. I didn't know I had one already. Well, is it going to be better for Firion? Oh my, yeah, it is. Look at that. Look at those amazing stats. A golden hairpin resistant to lightning. Okay, let's put it on. Let's put it on and get the hell out of here. Okay, so we're going to Palmacia. Have we been there before? You must rescue the princess. There's a prison beneath the Colosseum where they're having the tournament. I bet the princess is held there. They're giving away our princess as some kind of prize? I can't stand it. Minwu still hasn't returned from Mysidia. If the princess is the tournament prize, maybe I should enter. Who am I kidding? I'd be killed. Even the Dragoons couldn't stand against the might of the Empire. So the Dragoons are kind of revered, right? They're considered to be rather strong and powerful. People seem to kind of assume that they wouldn't lose to the Empire, and they definitely did. But we do also know from the last episode that the Empire pulled some dirty tricks and poisoned them too, so they had to deal with that. That's not good. Oh, I hope the princess is alright. Palmacia, it's far to the south of Kashuan. The monsters living in the Palamecian desert are said to be very tough, so be careful. Good. Well, maybe we could train there a little bit, do a little grinding. Take care, Prince Gordon. What do you have to say, Layla? Oh, you're going to bed? Okay. Go on, get. You don't need to be worrying about us. Yeah, since you just kind of self-promoted yourself to general. The general of the army, pretty much. Okay, let's go. So we're going to go there. I feel like we should have an airship of our own at this time, but I guess we don't. I do have a regular ship, though, so that's going to be fine. That's going to suffice. So, if we take a look at the map, far to the south of Kashuan, isn't that kind of where the Dreadnought was? Let's go over there and check it out. Not bad. I don't really have like a before and after of Gordon's stats, but he seems to be a lot stronger and a lot more useful in battle and stuff like that. He's hitting a lot harder. So this must be the place. This is the desert that they were talking about right here. Kashuan, as we know, is just north of me. I wonder about these enemies. They hit Gordon pretty hard anyway. Firion not so much, but they still got that paralysis. I don't think I've faced these things before. Can you stop hitting Gordon? He's kind of squishy, though. Die, scum. Die, rebel scum. Okay, so Gordon's gonna get some stats and stuff like that. That's gonna be useful. At this point, Furion should have much more MP. I'm a little scared about that, but I got some potions and stuff. We should be okay. Okay, we found it. This is where we want to go. It's just right here on the map, as you can see. Right about there in this little clearing. Right in the desert. And yes, the game was correct. The enemies are a little bit tougher, so take this opportunity to grind if you haven't or if you need to. And then come right into the Colosseum. Can't even really get to the castle. It was kind of up in the mountains. You kind of have to go through this Colosseum to even get there. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so the first time, right? Yeah, so for the first time, we're seeing the Emperor himself. There's the Emperor right there. May you fight well this day. To the victor goes Hilda, Princess of Finn. Okay. What do you got for me? Okay, that looks like a behemoth. Yeah, it does. I don't see any, like, audience or anything like that. I'm just kind of in a pit before the Emperor himself, and that's it. I actually got ambushed by this thing. Nobody saw that thing stomping towards us? Let's see. So we got some real boss music here. This thing looks like it's going to put up a little bit better of a fight than that Lamia Queen anyway, right? Let's just have Gordon defend. He hits a little bit harder, but he's not on par with the rest of my team. He's kind of just here to take hits, really. Well, we're all here to take hits anyway. Let's do a protect, a blizzard, a punch face, a face punch, and a big protect. We do want to level up that protect. At least I've been working on it a little bit. Boom, punch a Maria in the head. Punch a Behemoth in the face. Behemoth punching Maria in the head. Guy punching Behemoth in the face. That's what would I like to say. Let's go ahead and protect. Blizzard. Kind of the same thing. We don't really need to... He's not really all that tough. He does hit hard, but nothing really too concerning. Let's go ahead and bust a cure this time. And that's it. Not too bad. He does hit a little bit hard, but nothing to worry about. Just keep at it. And Furion's going to get some more much needed and desired MP. Magic and Spirit is going to go up. That's kind of nice. Maria can always use more magic. Not bad. Nobly fought. Now let us give you your just reward. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Okay. Here is your reward. A reward befitting a rebel, Furion, who he actually calls us by name. It's like we personally upset him. Which I don't really blame him. We did blow up his dreadnought, so maybe that's what pissed him off so bad. Oh, and here's the Dark Knight. The infamous Dark Knight. Humph. Throw them in a cell. Okay, so here we are in a cell. A sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway. Oh, look who it is. It's Paul. Paul, over here. He knows that we're here. I'm sure that's why he's here. Lights out. Nice. This is for rescuing me from the mines. I pay my debts. Now get out of here before they catch you. Dude, thanks, Paul. What a bro. He's a real bro. I don't know why we wouldn't just go together. I guess because I have Gordon on my team. Wow. So how do I get to any of these treasure chests? How do I get to anything at all? Oh, okay. I didn't know I can go in the water. Well then, that changes everything. Let's come up here, grab this treasure box. It's full of monsters. That's a lot of monsters. That's a good number of monsters. I don't know how you guys all fit in that treasure box there, but you did. Not much to see here. I think I'll just skip through the rest of this. Right on. And those guys had an antidote in the treasure box. No crazy piece of equipment, no new spells, just not even a bunch of gold, just an antidote. Let's do some healing here, just a little bit, not too much, and we'll keep on going. So we have a door here. Let's check it out. Nothing in here, but like I said in previous videos, we do seemingly encounter tougher enemies in these rooms, so let's see what they have. A couple things I haven't even seen before, I think. Sorcerers, sergeant, wizards, and a captain. If you're needing to, like I said before in previous videos, use this as an opportunity to do some grinding or some spell leveling if you have the time. Might as well. The tougher enemies that you face, the higher your skills will go up. So these captains seem to be kind of mean. So that's what I'm talking about. You're going to want to hit these captains. They're doing a pretty good job of surviving until Guy punches them right in the head. Hopefully none of my people die. Come on, Guy, go next. There it is. Okay, great job, guys. Great job. We're going to heal up now and continue on. Oh, wait a minute. We got some tombs there. We got some spells. Let's check those out really quick, because I don't think I have those at all. So here we have a Tomb of Haste. This is still black magic in this game, just much like it was in Final Fantasy 1. So we're going to teach that to Maria. And we also have a Tomb of Warp, but I think I have that one already. Yeah, I do. So Haste is going to be pretty good, right? Increases the number of attacks. We want to level that up and see if we can cast that on Guy. That will be especially useful during boss fights. And he's going to now... Fion's going to have Cure level 7. So that's pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, use that as an opportunity to level up. We might as well grind. Because eventually we'll come upon a harder time in this game. And having some spells that are a little more powerful are going to be useful. Let's check out the rest of these rooms. Empty so far. Let's check this one. Empty as can be. This one. Now we got some treasure boxes. Elixir, cottage, and an ether. So all good stuff. All good items. Recovery items. Nothing up there. I think this is the last door to check, right? So this door is going to lead to a staircase. This is what we want. That must be the real Hilda. She must have been kept in captivity here ever since they captured her on the Dreadnought and did the old switcheroo. We want to go talk to her. So we're just going to come this twisty, windy route and talk to her. Princess Hilda, hold on, we'll get you out of there. Guess all the other doors are locked and need a key, but I guess Furion just pried the bars off with his bare hands. Who knows what happened there. Hilda, are you all right? Gordon? I never thought to see you here. Yeah, Gordon's a changed man, okay? He's turned over a new leaf. Gordon, take the princess and go. We'll draw the guards' attention while you escape. Thank you, Furion. Be careful. He didn't question that. He's going to take his woman and leave. That basically is his woman, by the way. So now that he's left our party, right? He's no longer with us. So we're going to go draw the guards' attention. How are we going to do that? I don't know. Let's sit on the Emperor's throne and think about it. I guess we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave, right? I can't go into the behemoth's cage. Habitat, enclosure, if you will. And it looks like we can just flat out leave. Where were the rest of the guards, I wonder? I guess we must have just slipped past them. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do there. You'd think that the Emperor would be pretty mad and upset, right? Like, he would definitely have known that we got away and escaped. Who knows what his nefarious plans were for us. But I'm going to hop back on the ship. We're going to head back to Altair, and I will see y'all there. Real quick, we still have this island. It's to the south west of me. The tropical island. Let's not forget about that. The game has not yet directed us to go there, but I feel very soon, very, very shortly, we're going to end up going there. Alright, and if you did want to go to that island, absolutely nothing wrong with going there early. To my understanding, there's shops there and some good treasure there that you don't really want to miss out. So I didn't really like skip my voyage. I kind of just talked through it, but still. Anyway, let's rest up here at the inn real quick. And the innkeeper was there, but upon returning to Altair, all of these people are gone. This room used to be full of all the survivors and refugees and stuff like that. They're all gone. If we come up to the throne room, all gone. Everyone's gone. Maybe there was some more stuff we had to do at the Emperor's castle. I don't want to lead you guys astray, but I feel like I have. I feel like I left you guys astray. I led you guys astray, like lost lambs. Oh, here, let's talk to this guy. The rebel army has arisen. Our first move will be to retake Castle Finn. Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda have pitched camp near Finn. You should head there immediately to lend your strength to the cause. Okay, cool. So there wasn't anything left to do. We just had to talk to this guy to find out what the heck was actually going on. Before I leave, I want to buy a few items, and then I'll meet you at that encampment. Okay, so as we know, Finn is just north of Altair, and if you start coming north of Altair, you'll come to Gatria, and then west of Gatria is going to be the encampment. So let's head inside the encampment and see what we can learn. This is the rebel camp. This is a big move. We're actually doing this rather quickly. We actually have a pretty good pace here. Let's talk to some of these rebels here. Yeah, hopefully I'm not overlooking or overpassing any of the lore or anything. We always want to talk about lore. We've reached the castle gates. The enemy is in disarray. Now is our chance. We're taking back the castle. I think they all just kind of say the same thing. Yeah, no need to go through every bit of dialogue there. Let's talk to, I don't know, which one's more important anymore? Let's talk to Gordon, I guess. You're to be the heart of our attack. Well, that's interesting because nobody's talked to me about anything. You guys were just gone without me. You didn't even wait for me to come back to Altair. You guys were just gone and made camp. While we hold the bulk of the Imperial forces at bay, you'll slip in and kill the Castellan. Okay. Furion, Maria, Guy, I owe you my life. It would appear you also deserve credit for destroying the Dreadnought. I don't know how I could ever thank you enough. Yeah, I know. Where have you been? Let's ask her about Wild Rose. It's the only thing I could ask her about. I kind of appreciate that they have a different colored text here for the things that you can actually ask her about. Anything else in white is just going to be a question mark. But if you ask her about the things in red, that's going to be actually relevant. Kind of helps you save time and sift through all the things, all the possible things. Although kind of weird that you can't ask her about Wyverns or Dragoons. Wouldn't she kind of want an update on how that went? Do not fear. I am the true princess. What's this? I could swear you were blushing. Furion. Furion. Interesting that seemed to have more of an effect on him than what anybody would realize, right? Even just looking at Hilda, he's still kind of blushing, remembering what was going on. Could it be he just had the hots for her? Sure, I guess so. Okay, anyway. Something to maybe keep in mind? I don't know. I don't think there's anything that we can give her or offer her. You'll slip in and kill the Castellan. Okay, well, let's immediately go to that then, right? Because you can't really enter any of the tents. You can't search any of the boxes. It looks like we're just gonna go. We're just going for it. So I'm going to do a quick save, and then we will enter Finn, right? We're ready to do that, right? HP and MP are full. Yeah, let's go. So this is Finn. What's the towns looking like right now? Still just full of bad guys, huh? Rebel scum! I don't know why I'm doing this. I just kind of wanted to fight one of these guys, I guess. They are good to grind against, though. The captains actually do allow you to level up. Oh, I got another flame bow. And it's kind of funny how they don't disappear. When they die, you could just beat the crap out of the same one over and over again. So we're going to head into Castle Finn. These gates were locked before, so this is the first time we've been able to actually come into the castle. And Layla is here. Layla, I see that you're here. Let's talk about it. You don't want to be hacking your way deep into enemy territory without me. Layla joined the party. Cool. Thank you. Very nice. She doesn't seem any bit different than what she was before. She has some good stuff, though. I kind of want to take her stuff. You can have a pair of leather gloves. Why do you just have a regular dagger? Dare I give her the main gouch? Gotche? How the heck do you pronounce that? If anybody knows how to pronounce this, please let me know in the comments below. Let's see. Looks like there's some treasures to pick up here. And some battles against zombies and undead. Why are these guys wandering in the halls of Castle Finn? I guess they're just like monsters, like any other monsters. Right? We know that monsters were let loose inside of Finn. Oh, I thought that was the way to go, but I guess not. More zombies and undead. Looks like this is all that's here. Let's skip through these battles and just get to the chests, though, right? Okay, here we are at this one. It's going to be $1,000. Let's go to those ones over there if we can get to them. Looks like we can. Here we're going to have $2,000 and another $1,000. This place is just full of gold. Is that it? I think that's all we can do. We have two different staircases that lead up. We have that main one and then this one over here. Let's check this one first, maybe. Looks like it's going to just be a tower. We're going to lead up to the second floor and then onward to the third floor where we have two different doors. Let's check this one first. This one is going to be... This is a mirror. A ripple of imperfection mars the surface on this mirror. Okay. I do know what that is and what it's for. I don't think we have the item necessary to do what we need to do with that quite yet, though. So let's keep going. We're going to check the right side. Treasure! We got a break tomb, a toad tomb, and a death tomb. That all sounds like black magic to me. Let's teach it all to Maria. Even if we're not actually going to level up any of those spells, let's just teach it to her anyway. How full is she getting on it? Magic, by the way, so pretty full, actually. I think I can only learn about 3 more spells. And that's fine. If there's some spells that we need to get rid of, we can always hit forget. I don't think I'm going to be using Berserk. However, I don't think it actually causes like a Berserk status like how we're used to. Like, Berserk is supposed to kind of take away your control of your character and just let them mindlessly attack, with the benefit of having increased attack power. This one just says it has increased attack power. I kind of want to try it out and make sure I know what I'm talking about. Because if we were to combine this Berserk spell with haste, that would be busted. We would then break Guy, and he would become Super Guy. I want to see if I still retain control over him. Wow, these guys hit really hard. So yeah, even if somebody's berserked, you still maintain control over your character. That's kind of nice. That's something to think about when it comes to like what spells you want to level up. Maria's bonker leveled up. She's also going to get some strength for some reason. Cool. Okay, I think that's everything there. Kind of have like this couple weird areas on the right side that I haven't been to yet, but let's go ahead and head up here. We're going to be on the second floor. Let's grab the treasures from this floor real quick. This one's going to be chock full of more monsters. Nothing we haven't really seen before though, right? And inside this special treasure chest is going to be a potion. Now this is a pretty good opportunity for us to use Asuna. We almost got that to level 2, so it might be able to cure poison pretty soon. That might be fun. Let's go ahead and give us all a little bit of a cure. Maybe just one more of those for good measure. And we're going to move on then to the next treasure box, which is this one right here. It's also full of monsters. This shouldn't be too bad. The captains are the mean ones, right? Sergeant's below a captain. And this one dropped an aura tomb for us. That's a new one. It's also black magic, I guess. Enhances effectiveness against various enemy types when used in battle. What does that mean? Enhances effectiveness against various enemy types. I am drawing a blank. I'm actually not exactly sure how to explain this spell or exactly what it does, or even be able to give you guys an example. I totally forgot that this spell even existed. I'm sure that it's very, very useful. Maybe I'll level it up. Maybe I'll try to figure out exactly what it does. Enhances effectiveness against various enemy types. It doesn't even say that it's limited to like physical attacks or to your weapons, so maybe it could even be like how the adamantoise is adamanti, anyway, whatever those the adamantoise is weak to ice. Maybe this spell would enhance the effectiveness of that ice spell against it, perhaps. Maybe there's aquatic enemies that we cast thunder on, and this would increase the effectiveness of that. Maybe there's enemies that are kind of weak to Gi's fists and punching. Maybe there's enemies that are weak to axes. And this spell would help to increase that, I guess. I want to be able to explain this to you guys, but honestly, I'm not 100% sure how that spell works. So let me maybe play around with it, and I'll see if I can offer some more insight as to what's going on with that. We have a treasure chest over there as well. I want to say that there's on the left side there to the west. It looks like maybe there might be a hidden wall to get there, or maybe there's a way to drop down. I don't see any doorways or stairways that lead to it. Let me check it out. And there is, you guys. It's actually just south of that treasure chest I was just at. There's a hidden wall right here, you see. It allows you to come in here and scoop this up. It's the Werebuster. Don't I have one of those already? I do, actually. Okay. Well, it's still kind of cool to know how to get that. Where do we want to go now? I guess just through the door. Or the stairs, rather. Let's go up the stairs. We're going to be led to the 3rd floor. And from there, we're going to go to the 4th floor. This seems to be the throne room to me. So who is currently sitting on the throne? The Commissar? Was it? The Castellan. That's what he is. His name is Gotos. Rebels? Here? Where are my soldiers? No, it can't be. This was all a trap. A trap? For you? You're sitting on the throne. I just kind of snuck in here. It's not really much of a trap, I guess. Unless maybe the Emperor was very displeased with him and just kind of set him up. I feel like the Emperor would be displeased with us. I don't know. I guess I could cast that, but I don't... At level 1, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference in anything that I do. Or, it's actually going to miss for some reason. Huh, that's really weird. Well, let's just go about it the regular way then. This guy, like most bosses in this game, is probably just gonna die here in a second without really being much of a challenge at all. Gi does hit really hard. If you aren't using fists, why not? Fists are broken in this game. I'm gonna check my progress on Blizzard too when I get a second, because I feel like I've been casting the heck out of that. You've defeated the enemy commander. Okay. Cool, so with that said, yeah, let's go ahead and get Hilda and Gordon back on the throne here. It's so good to finally be back. This would never have been possible had we not worked together. I thank you all. Oh, you're welcome. Let's talk to her now in earnest. Minwu left for Mysidia, but we've not heard from him since. It pains me to ask this of you so soon after winning back our castle. Would you go to Mysidia? Yes, we want to learn about Mysidia. Oh, now we can talk to her about the Dragoons and the Wyverns. Let's do that. The valiant Dragoons of Deist are no more, but you are with us now. Our hope rests in you. Yeah, I know, because there are no Dragoons, so what other options do you guys have at this point? Remember back when you were turning us away to help you? And now we're pretty much your only hope. Let's ask her about the Wyverns as well. There's a place within the castle called the Mirror Chamber. It has the power to call Wyverns, but the Wyvern has yet to hatch. Now that's some interesting lore right there alone. I don't think we see that in any other Final Fantasy game, but if we're trying to piece together just lore from this particular game, that's kind of something to keep in mind. Castle Finn obviously had some kind of ties with the Dragoons, so when the skirmish happened between the Empire and the Dragoons, and Finn just absolutely ignored that and did not send any help whatsoever. That's interesting, because you guys have an entire mechanism in your castle that helps to bring Wyverns here in case you guys are in trouble or in case you guys are attacked. So why, when you know that the Dragoons are in trouble, would you not send any help? That's interesting to me. That's something to think about, right? Like, did they have how did they get the information that they were under attack to begin with? I would assume that the Dragoons probably sought help. Hey, help us. We're under attack by the Empire. And Finn just flat out ignores the Dragoons. That's bizarre to me. Why would they have ignored the Dragoons? Anyway, let's ask her about Mysidia. Mysidia is a land of mages. Yeah, we know that, right? Without the aid of their magic, defeating the Emperor will not be easy. I've heard of a spell, sometimes referred to as the ultimate magic, lies in the Mysidian Tower. Obtaining it requires 2 masks. Okay, let's learn about the masks, and then ask her about the masks. The white mask rests beneath this very castle. You must recite an incantation to open the door that leads below. The words Ekmet Telois have been passed down from antiquity. Almost looks like a word scramble. Let's ask her. Let's learn the password and then ask her about the password. Forgive me, I'm afraid I don't know the door's location. Okay, I'm sure we can figure it out. So that's another thing too. So we have the keys to the ultimate magic, the white mask and the black mask. I'm assuming that those masks were probably constructed by the mages of Mysidia, and at some point the Kingdom of Finn was entrusted with one of those masks. So we're going to find the white mask here in a minute, and then the black mask is in that island that I keep talking to you guys about, but never actually going to. So we're going to actually go to that tropical island here very soon. Let's talk to Gordon. We can never have retaken Castle Finn without your help, but there is one problem. Minwu still hasn't come back. Will you go to Mysidia to find out what's happened to him? The Mysidian Tower is rumored to house the Ultima Tomb, a text containing the ultimate magic. Let's ask him about that. I'm certain it would prove invaluable in the struggle against the Emperor. So another thing to mention too is that this entire time the rebel army has kind of just been grasping at straws, right? We've been desperately trying to destroy the dreadnought, which we did finally end up doing, right? And then their next idea was the dragoons, and now their idea is the ultima magic. So it seems like they're constantly seeking help from without instead of building up their own strength and their own stuff. In order to defeat the Empire, they're constantly looking for help from others. So now we're going to go to Mysidia and borrow one of their magic tombs and hope that one of us is powerful enough to even cast such a spell, right? I'm certain it would prove invaluable against the struggle of the Empire. Okay, so let's ask him about the password. With His Majesty gone, no one knows this castle better than Hilda. If she doesn't know, Paul just might. He's always calling himself the greatest crook in the world, after all. Sure. Where can we find Paul, I wonder? Maybe he's just now wandering around the town of Finn. I hope I don't have to go back to Altair, although it's not that far. So, oh, one more thing. Before I leave, I wanted to ask Hilda about the Ultima Tomb, if I can. Minwu left for Mysidia, blah, 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 blah. Let's ask her about the tomb. According to legend, a passage to hell opened long, long ago. This is important lore, right? Because although the game hasn't really talked about it much yet, the Emperor found a way to open a portal to hell, and that's where he got all these monsters to begin with and started invading these towns and stuff like that. Did he really need them? The monsters, that is? I'm not sure. His army is pretty strong. I think he probably could have gotten by without them. Monsters poured through the passage and entered our world. Ultima was the magic that drove them back. Okay, so that's a story from a long, long time ago. So the monsters are probably ecstatic to be back. They're super happy to be back in our world, just ruining things, killing people wholesale style, taking over towns and villages. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to do here. And the audience chamber is right this way. Okay, is there anything else to do here in the castle? Probably not. Your guys' castle sucks. It's like one big maze. Princess Hilda and Prince Gordon are waiting in the audience chamber. What could have happened to Minwu? He left for Mysidia and never returned. It's rumored that a secret connected to the Mysidian Tower lies hidden beneath the castle. I hear there are many ancient books in Mysidia. If you can find them, I'm sure they'll prove helpful. Wait, what? Ancient books in Mysidia. Okay. Whoops, I didn't really want to leave yet. Well, I kind of did. I was hoping to talk to those two rebels that were standing at the very front door. But let's come into the town and see if we can find Paul. Also, I don't think any of these shops have been accessible to us, so we want to check weapons, armor, and magic shops as well. Talk to all the townspeople. Let's go ahead and start by doing that. I don't see Paul anywhere, though. Let's talk to this guy. Finn is ours at last. The standard of the Wild Rose flies high over Finn once more. You guys took out the big boss, huh? Wow. Being able to live here again is like a dream come true. Hey, quit talking about dreams. This is not the city of dreams, okay? This is not Cornea. Well, maybe it is, actually. I don't know. Could be. One thing, real quick, I've mentioned the loot before from Final Fantasy 1 and how I wish it would have carried over. I think it would have been really cool lore if Hilda had this loot in one way, shape, or form. Even if it's just hanging on a wall or something like that. It'd be super cool to see that loot again. We could never have recaptured Finn without you, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Don't forget the part we played in taking Finn back. Which was what? Standing around waiting for me to do all the work? Have you been to Paul's house yet? He certainly seemed overjoyed to be back in his own home. It's no wonder, really. He probably had all sorts of stolen loot stashed there. We may have taken Finn back, but the war isn't over yet. The decisive battle will be fought once Minwu returns from Mysidia. Okay, we're all waiting for Minwu to come back. I never thought I'd be able to come back to Finn in my lifetime. Well, here we are. So Paul's in his house. I'm assuming this is Paul's house? No, oops, sorry. This is the church. This is not Paul's house at all. This was the bar, though, right? Isn't this the bar? No, this is it. This is Paul's house. There's Paul right there. Let's talk to him. Furion, you old devil, how you been? Let's ask him about the password. If you need to know about the secret doors in Castle Fen, I'm your man. I don't suppose you could tell me what's inside the secret chamber. Just curious. A white mask? We just tell him. A white mask? That doesn't sound particularly valuable. Nope, not interested. So I guess I'll tell you where the door is. Look in the far corner of the audience chamber, to the right of the throne. So you're collectors too. Just what do you need a mask like that for anyway? He says he doesn't want it, but he definitely wants it. He's just being helpful. Paul's a great guy. I think it sucks that he never joins our team in this game. He'd probably be amazing. With all the characters that do join our team, it's kind of a surprise that he doesn't. Like you see him trying to like go through his stuff. This isn't that kind of Final Fantasy. I think we actually start finding random stuff in the next game, Final Fantasy 3, coming soon. My playthrough of that will be coming soon, following this game. Like I said, I'm going to stop and do some more lore videos and stuff like that. I'm actually working on one for Final Fantasy 1 right now. That should be coming out pretty soon. I'd like to explain all of Final Fantasy 1, the time loop, the four fiends of chaos, aka I like to just call them the Warriors of Darkness, who brought balance. I'm going to explain it all. Just stay tuned for that video. Anyway, we come into this magic shop and we actually have some white magic spells. Let's see what's going to be useful to me. I don't feel like slow is going to be very useful. What does fog do? Inflicts amnesia. What does amnesia do? I have no idea. I'm actually going to get slow, and then mini we can probably just not even worry about that, because why would I? Right? You're never, I mean, unless you're some kind of super grinder, you're never going to really max out all your spells or even be able to use them enough to make them all useful. There's just, it's so much work to level up magic. I mean, if you guys know of a way to level up your spells easier than what I've shown, please let us know in the comments below. I would actually be curious and would love to know. That guy looks like a red mage, doesn't he? Looks like I have all the weapons here already. What's that wing sword, though? I only have one of those. Furion's currently using one already. I'll buy another one just because of... who knows? Well, because of that right there. Because of that attack power. That's why. Let's head into the armor shop. What do they got in here? What are you, like a green mage? What are you supposed to be, like a green mage or something? That is actually a thing, by the way, if you play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Or is it Advance 2? I can't remember. It's one of those. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance or Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2. I can't remember exactly which one, but one of them does have a green mage. That is a thing. Let's get a gold curious. Let's get two of those, actually, since I don't really have any. Gold armor I'm probably good on. Giant's helm. Well, Giant's helm increases your strength, though, right? Let's buy one anyway. I don't really care about shields. Okay, so yeah, so this will increase Furion's accuracy and attack power, but at the expense of everything else that he holds dear to his heart. So we'll kind of skip on that. I do have the gold curious. Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know how to speak. Sorry, guys. We're going to give those to Furion and Maria. Guy is just going to have to wing it for now. He'll be fine. I think the knight's armor is actually pretty good for him anyway. Could I buy another one? I guess so. I don't know. I guess so. Let's do it and compare it to the knight's armor real quick. Gold curious. Curious. All it really does is lower the heck out of his magic interference. I guess we can put it on. But he doesn't cast spells, so who really gives a care? And I think that's it. The bar is still there. We can still go to that bar right there. The pub, rather. I don't know how to get to it. Help me, guys. How do we get to it? Excuse me. I'm trying to get to the bar here. I need a drink. I could use a multi beverage. You're going to head north and around to get to it. Inside, we're going to find absolutely nothing. Now, the secret door is still here, though. It's like a bed. A bed with some tea. Okay. So that's pretty much it for Finn. And we're just going to head to Mysidia. I'm going to end this video, but... Or no, we're not done here yet. I'm so sorry, guys. We're going to head underneath Finn. We want to get the white mask. Remember he said it was in the audience chamber. I don't like my videos to run on for this long, but I guess we might as well grab this really quick, right? Let's come up here. This is the audience chamber, right? And he said it was like one of these... Oh, whoops, it's right here. Let's speak the password. And we have a secret door in the wall here. Looks like it's taking us all the way down. All the way down to the basement floor. Probably some enemies down here, I would imagine. A couple different treasure boxes. Let's see what enemies are here. Are they good for grinding, I wonder? Just some... Well, I think it's actually a rather powerful zombie, right? I'm really short on time, guys, so I am just gonna try to hurry through this, actually. Sorry about that. The chest contains a knife. Well, what's the point and purpose of that? Yeah, it's like a really weak weapon. Who cares? Why is that even in this? Why is that even part of this game? Let's check this door right here. Cool. Nothing in there. I'm probably going to stop to do a little bit of grinding down here at some point. Probably do that off screen. Well, yeah, I do like all of my grinding off screen. Nobody wants to watch me grind, right? Yeah, and if you're curious about how to level your stats and stuff like that, just refer to my first video. I kind of explain most of it there. I don't really explain like the tougher enemies. That was kind of something I learned later on. Couple treasure chests here. That, yeah, if you use your weapons and magic on stronger enemies, you get more experience points for your spells and such like that. So there's that. If you do want to watch me grind, just leave it in the comments, I guess, and I'll try to do some grinding or show you the way. Let's go down these stairs. We're now in the third basement. Kind of checking these doors. Every once in a while you'll find some treasures hidden within, right? Got a high potion there. Got absolutely nothing there. Just gonna speed run this dungeon really quick. Let's go in here. Nothing. What's this treasure box to the south of us? A flame shield. I don't use shields. Not in this playthrough anyway. Let's grab this last treasure box. Spider silk. Cool. And then we'll head down the stairs again. To B4. Basement 4. That's where we are now. Let's go ahead and open up this treasure box. It's full of bad guys. Look at all these bad guys. You guys are bad. Nothing new to see here. I'll just skip through the rest of this. And inside we're going to get a power staff. Whoops, I keep forgetting the button. A staff made for striking. And yeah, it does have strikingly high attack power, right? I think I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, but I've never really used staves in that way. If you guys use staves in that way, see, maybe that's why you use a staff, because if you were to combine it with the aura spell, maybe there's certain enemies that are weak to like blunt damage. There's certain enemies that are maybe weak to slashing damage, and then there's certain enemies that are perhaps weak to, I don't know, piercing damage. Piercing would be from like bows or lances. Betrayal Fang, I don't know what that is. Slashing would be from like axes or swords, and then blunt would be from like staves or fists. Right? Much like how we see in Final Fantasy XI. Very similar to how we see from Final Fantasy XI. We have some flame armor in that chest. Would Guy perhaps be interested in some flame armor? Armor wreathed in flame. I wonder if that lets you absorb fire, or maybe lessen the damage taken from fire attacks. It doesn't really say that, but it sounds like it should. Sounded good anyway. Did we check all these doors? My video's gonna run on for too darn long. Let's head down, down, further. Here we are, B5, the sewers. The waste of Finn runs through these sewers. Here's a treasure box full of monsters as per usual. I don't think we've seen these enemies before. Are they just really powerful chimeras? No, they can't be that powerful because that guy just got wrecked by Furion. They still don't take much damage from Maria, though. I'm going to have to grind up her spells a little bit. Oh, that's really not good. Oh! Oh, it's so... That's not good, guys. That's not good at all. I'm really glad that the game autosaves, because I would be pretty upset if it didn't. Let's see if we can do that again, and this time, you guys, let's not suck. Don't suck like I just sucked. Is there a way to protect against that, I wonder? I mean, all the other stats would be kind of crappy too, but when your entire party gets hit by stone like that, there's not really much you can do. The hairpins don't protect against that. I don't think I have any ribbons. Golly, I think we would just probably win out of pure luck at this point, because I don't think I have any ribbons. I don't even remember if ribbons are a thing in this game. Are they? Maybe there's one inside this treasure chest. Who knows? I'm going to try again. Let's see if we can maybe get lucky and not die this time. Isn't that funny? Right after I was being cocky about it too. Like, oh, that guy just got wrecked by my swords. And then I take some bad breath and die. They do take a lot of damage from those wing swords, though. Alright, not too bad so far. Please don't bad breath me. Okay. Furion can one-shot one, and then I think combo Maria and Guy's damage can also kind of two-shot one. And I think I got lucky this time. Wow, that was embarrassing. I should edit that out, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave it. I could just edit it out and pretend like nothing ever happened. Okay, or a calcum, I think is how you pronounce that. And that should be a dagger. A very, very nice dagger. A knife made of orichalcum that is effective against aquatic enemies. And it is very powerful. I believe we're going to be losing Layla very soon, and I don't know if she keeps our gear and stuff like that, but because we're not going to use knives in this playthrough, she can just go ahead and keep that for now. Until she can keep it up until she leaves. I just don't know if she'll give it back when she actually does leave. Let's check all of these rooms. Oh yeah, one more thing. I wanted to show you guys my progress on Blizzard. Yikes and yuck. I think I casted Aura once and it got like a third of the way through the level, but Blizzard 7 at this point just, oh gosh. You see what I mean though? It takes forever. If you find enemies that are strong enough, you can grind this a little bit faster, but otherwise you can cast this one single spell throughout the entire game and still not really get it very high, to be honest with you. And that's why you don't see me casting Blizzard, Fire, Thunder, all that kind of stuff, because it's like, it's so much to try to level up one, or to try and level up them all. It's so much to even level up just the one. So I don't bother with all that stuff. I kind of just pick one. Ice is kind of my favorite go-to element for spells, so you'll see me using Blizzard a lot throughout my playthroughs. And then, yeah, in this particular game, I'm just going to focus on Blizzard, at least until we get Flare and stuff like that. So that's why you see me only using Blizzard, in case you were wondering. The leveling up of spells is an absolute nightmare in this game. And again, if there's anybody watching this that knows of a way to level up your spells better or faster, let me know. There's probably some really good grinding spots that we could know about. I'm going to check this last door really quick. Okay, just making sure. Every once in a while I get lucky, and there's a lot of treasure. This room is the white mask, right? You found the white mask in the chest. Perfect. Now we just need the black mask, and then we need to go and find Minwu and find the Mysidian Tower, and these masks should open the door there. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and in the next video we will do all the aforementioned stuff. We'll get the black mask, we'll enter the Mysidian Tower, and we will get the Ultima Tomb. We're also finally going to go to the tropical island, because that's where the black mask is, and there should be more gear and shopping and stuff that we can do there. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you made it this far, please consider leaving me a like, perhaps even a subscribe, so you don't miss more of my content in the future. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.